Winde used much of his address to thank various sectors of society. These included civil servants such as teachers, social workers and firefighters, among others, which he called by name to thank for their work in the last 5 years. He urged that only societies that are deemed safe can prosper and grow the economy. Winde reiterated his call for the devolution of powers.
5 years ago, there were 19,000 police officers in this province. Our population is growing. Today, there are 17,500 police officers in this province. And you know that the deployment of these police officers aren't deployed to where the crimes are. In Nyanga, in Philippi, they have 800 citizens to one police officer. But in other areas of this province, they got 400 and 500 citizens per police officer. They can't even change that basic management change. And that's why we have to have devolution of police power. That's why federal police powers make a difference, because then provinces will be competing with each other to make sure that it becomes safer.
Winde also expanded on various other key issues, including major economic drivers such as tourism. Lambasting national government for the crisis at its ports, Winde says while the province is the largest agriculture exporter in the country, without functioning ports, it will continue to hamper further growth. The energy crisis was also top of mind, with the Premier saying that a lot of investment and planning is going into making the Western Cape the first province to be rid of load shedding.
Trying to get us energy efficient in the province. 5,700 megawatts are what we need. We only use 4,000 at peak, so we're investing in energy for the future. We need to end load shedding, but that is because of the economy. All of these into education and the great things that are happening in education and skills programs. It's about enabling for the future economies.
The official opposition in the Western Cape provincial government, the ANC, said Winde's address was flat and failed to speak to any practical realities facing the people of the province. It says Winde spoke of addressing corruption, but failed to mention corruption allegations against the Drakenstein municipality mayor. Paarl, where the address was delivered, falls under this municipality. It also pointed to other shortcomings it found in the speech.
Money has been sent back to National Treasury, which has been meant to build houses for the poor in this particular province. The Premier speaks about climate change, and climate change is facing us. Yet, he refused to address as to why him and his government and his party has yet to appoint and has opposed the appointment of an environmental commissioner in this province. Speaking about crime, yes, SABC needs to jack up, and we are very much on that part, that we need more police stations in our poor communities. However, the Premier only spoke about the empowerment to neighbourhood watches, but does not speak about the empowerment of community policing forums, because that's non-existent. We didn't even hear the safety plan being further unpacked.
The ANC also slammed the Premier for expressing deep concern and sadness for all children in mortal peril in the Middle East, but not mentioning Palestine by name. Meanwhile, a protest calling for the liberation of Palestine was held outside the premises. Members of Equal Education and Reclaim the City, which lobbies for affordable social housing, also demonstrated during the proceedings. Mariska Botha, SABC News, Paarl.